will be stained. Your blood!
Hey, how does a hacker vampire kill its victims? With a kilobyte. I know. I'm a comedic genius. Hi, I'm Neiyoh. And that is Bianca. I've been playing the Vampire Queen since her release to truly understand how to play her properly. And I think I have a firm grasp on how to play her properly. So, this is your Bianca character guide. We're just gonna jump right into the build first, because that's what a lot of people come here for anyway. And you can use the scroll bar of your video to jump around and see which segment is where. I've got all 3 build codes that I'm about to go over down in the description below. And if you want the build code for any other character in the entire game, I have the top builds for every single character in the description of my beginner's guide. I'll be updating it every single time I make a new character guide. Now, Bianca's a strange character to build, mostly because every stat is good on her, but the most consistent damage seems to come from skill amp with a little bit of attack power and a little bit of extra CDR. The first build is one that I actually found. It starts in Cemetery, and you finish both your weapon and your armor piece in Zone 2. You only tap Hotel to get to the teleporter and to pick up one single piece of scrap metal. So this is essentially a 4 zone. This one I made myself. It starts in Factory and you just shimmy your way right on up over to Avenue. I like this one because not only is your move speed faster than the last one, but you have 30% CDR and your skill amp is almost equivalent. This last one I made is a variant of the most common one that you end up seeing in the recommended build function. This one gives you a lot of regen on both stats, but it makes you a bit weaker than the other two. And to be clear, you do need to tap Pond to finish the drop near, which is your last skill amp item. I'm not personally a fan of this one. Hey, what do vampires drink when they're on a diet? Bloodlight.
Ooh, you suck.
All right, that's the build segment. Let's hop on over to Bianca's skills. Bianca's passive is Bloodletting. Bianca's autos do bonus skill damage and slow every couple seconds, and they apply hemostasis along with your other skills. Bianca also has a special third bar called a blood bank. Whenever you do skill damage or take damage, this bar builds up. When you get outside of combat, this bar consumes itself and heals for 50% of the amount stored. Kind of think of it like Grey Health in League of Legends. Bianca's Q is Sanguine Javelin. She throws a skill shot in a line, and at the end of it, it drops a little pool. The first enemy that touches this pool takes damage, and if they are afflicted with hemostasis, they are rooted in place for a short amount of time. Bianca's W is the Dark Hour. Nah, but that'd be a really good name, wouldn't it? Bianca's W is called Sanctuary. She puts herself in a coffin. You know, like a vampire. She takes reduced damage and heals a portion of her HP every half second. If you have over 50% blood, Sanctuary becomes empowered. She heals more, it reduces the CD of your abilities, and it puts an AoE around you that pops when she exits the coffin. You can also start charging both your E and your R while inside the coffin, and it hides the effects. Bianca's E is Circulation. She creates an AoE around her and dashes. The ability can be held and charged, which increases your dash range and the radius of the circle around you. Hitting an enemy with this ability also heals Bianca. Bianca's R is Reign of the Vampire Queen. She creates a massive AoE that takes a long time to charge, does damage on initial cast, and then it charges up a second time and does massive execute damage and heals Bianca. And that's all the abilities. It's pretty simple considering how large the tooltips are for these things. Hey, where do vampires eat their lunch? At the Cascateria. These are so... They get worse. They get worse. Actually, playing as Bianca, the biggest thing you need to remember is that your abilities cost HP and not SP. That being said, you do need to drink SP while you are looting and crafting items, because your regen stat is literally 0.2. I also like to keep low tier food on me and usually always ticking while I'm playing Bianca, especially while I'm going hunting. Because, again, I'm going to reiterate this. The hunts don't do damage to you. You do damage to you. People play very opportunistically in Eternal Return. And if they see a character missing a quarter of your HP or more, they are going to jump on this opportunity. I'm telling you, you are going to be missing a quarter of your HP or more at most points in the game. So just be ready for it. Your Q is not only your main poke tool, but it is also your CC. A lot of the time while I was learning Bianca, I would lose fights simply just because I could not hit the Q. This is just going to come with practice. And this is going to feel a little weird at first, but the puddle on your Q will drop wherever your mouse was when you pressed it. And the puddle does have a short delay before it's active. So you should be trying to throw your Q where the enemy is about to be and not where they currently are. You can also get double hits with the Q if you throw the first part of it through them and then the puddle drops and then they step in the puddle.
I'd like to try and pull off a bank heist at a blood bank.
Now you would think that hitting your R is the most important thing, and that's your super big damage, awesome banging move. But it's not. It's not. The most important move that you need to hit as Bianca is your E. The damage scaling on your E is massive. Like, as of this video, at max charge, it does 150% attack power and 300 base damage. If those numbers don't mean anything to you, take it from me, that's fucking ridiculous. But again, you are a ranged character. It is very risky to jump at people that are melee, so you have to weigh it. Risk versus reward. Now we can talk about Bianca's W, Coffin. Going into Coffin is a science, because almost any form of CC can cancel it. Now, to be fair, this button does make Bianca super, super, super good against burst characters like Luke. If you're looking to play Bianca, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to avoid any character that has more than one CC button. The best example I got right now is John. If you try to fight John 1v1, it is almost guaranteed that's an auto loss. Now, Bianca in fights goes a little something like this. You poke out your enemy with the Q and your auto passive. If you land a really good root on them, jump on them with E as far as you could charge it. After that, Coffin. If they jump on you, Coffin. Now, while you're in the Coffin, decide what to do with your R. Are you going to try to fake them out now? Maybe. Think about if you need to jump at them again and then drop the R point blank. Now, getting 50% blood resets Coffin. So if they refuse to get off you while you're charging R, you just Coffin again. When they get smacked by the first hit of R, try to root them, because they will guaranteed try to get out of that thing. And if all of that doesn't kill them, you're probably back at full HP. So just jump on them again. And there you have it. That's my Bianca guide. The rest is up to you. Practice makes perfect. Got questions? Did I miss something? Leave one of them fancy comments down there. Do me a favor. If you made it to the end, why don't you slap that subscribe button? Give it a I started running polls on YouTube to ask you guys what character guides you would like to see next. So if you subscribe, keep an eye out. Keep one eye out for one of those. And I'll see you next time.